captioning brought to you by California Walnuts.
What makes this the best simple dinner ever? Great tasting, heart-healthy California walnuts. So simple. Get the recipes at walnuts.org.
Hey, you gotta check this out in case you haven't seen it yet. Big air snowboarding made its debut. Where? In Boston. Fenway Park, to be precise, last night. This is pretty wild.
Wow, look at that. Some of the best snowboarders in the world took on the 140 feet up. That big ramp. The competition continues this evening when the skiers get their turn on Fenway Mountain. Paul, is there any way in the world you try this?
I know you're a snowboarder. Not on a snowboard. I'm a far better skier, but I would not do it on a board. I might do it on skis, but I wouldn't do any backflips. I just kind of take the air and land. And by the way, that ramp, taller than the Green Monster here in Fenway.
That is fantastic.
But hey, notice they're all wearing helmets.
Yes, always a wise thing
like
to do.
That would help. Sorry.
No, good point. You're 140 feet up. Yeah, it's dangerous times.
Yeah. They're taking a risk, yeah.
Hey there, thanks for staying with us on this Friday for Weather Center Live. I'm Paul Goodlow.
And I'm Reynolds Wolf, and also with us is this guy. It's Storm Specialist Dr. Greg Postel, and we do have a lot of things to talk about. That site we were just showing you up in Boston, certainly some chilly times there, but it's going to be millions of people doing this cold air.
Oh my gosh, yes. Lots of people, highly populated areas in the Northeast are going to see some of the coldest air they've seen in years. And we'll talk about, well, is that going to be the end of the cold air for them? I mean, the worst of the worst is probably it, right? It's probably going to be over.
Yeah, it could be. And also talking about dangerously cold wind chills as well. We're also keeping a very close eye on another coastal system that is bringing snow to the mid-Atlantic. You take a look at the radar right now. It was lit up with blue from Greenville to Charlotte, back through Louisville, even Cincinnati. On the right side of your screen, you got a live look at Roanoke, Virginia. And then below that, we have Banner Elk, which is going to be a banner weekend for skiing the Carolinas. Plenty of fresh powder coming down through that area as well. And by the way, there's a winter weather advisory in effect until noon today for many areas. You can put this coastal low into motion. You can see a coastal low develop. Heads up for any cruise ships. There. Check your forecast. Meanwhile, again, the snow continues as we talked about that the cold air just continues to dump across the region. And look at Norfolk. Again, you kids went to school, no big deal except maybe some clouds. And coming home to some snow. Great news, kids. No snow tomorrow. Oh, yeah, it's Saturday, too.
Yeah, timing doesn't work out so well. And the timing for this...
Is that a Yeti?
Not a Yeti, but it could be, because we had an early morning water break and sub-zero temperatures that left homes, trees, and sidewalks, and possibly Yetis encased in ice in northwest Pennsylvania. People in Scranton, near the Dunder Mifflin plant, yes, were jarred awake when the 12-inch main burst. It sent water high into the air. Look at it. Turned streets into rivers.
Yeah, in fact, it took emergency crews nearly 3 hours to shut the water off. Temperatures in Scranton did not get out of the teens yesterday, so you know it was pretty cold overnight and looking like Ice Station Zebra there for
Very
a
much
while.
So.
Yeah, let's talk about this Arctic cold, because guess what? You thought it was cold this morning, Scranton. Just you wait till tomorrow morning, even Sunday, as the cold air continues to plunge out of the Arctic in Canada. Yeah, kind of an extension of the polar vortex, allowing the colder air to dive south all the way into Florida as we head through this weekend, giving you definitely some of the coldest air of the season. Because of that, it takes some serious cold to get wind chill warnings across almost actually the entire state of New York, outside a portion of Long Island where you're under a wind chill advisory. Again, much New England, talking good hardy New Englanders, you're going to see colder air this weekend than all of last year. That's how significant this push of cold air is. In fact, today, our highs well below freezing, and even though these numbers are a good 10 to maybe 15 degrees below average. And then it gets colder. These aren't morning low temperatures. These are afternoon high temperatures of only 17 in Boston, 2 in the Cuse, Burlington, 2 degrees. All these numbers are some 20 to 30 degrees below average for this time of the year. And Sunday, we moderated this somewhat, maybe adding about 4 or 5 degrees here, but still it is very cold, single digits in the interior. Even Boston, only 14 degrees. The NYC, 20, but check out DC, 26 degrees for your Sunday morning. And even Monday, we start to finally get it closer to average, but still stay below average. So this is going to be perhaps the coldest weekend we've seen in some areas, perhaps in decades. And morning low temperatures, we're talking setting records. So today, the wind chill's not bad, single digits to teens. And then tomorrow morning, we're in the teens below zero. This is a concern. People trying to get out and exercise outdoors tomorrow, or the kids playing in the cold, perhaps some lake effect snow. By tomorrow afternoon, we're talking the mid-20s to close to 30 below zero. Heads up for skiers and snowboarders. Face mask, goggles, cover everything, especially with little ones, because again, it will not take that much time to get frostbite. Boston, Sunday morning, air temperature is 3 below. It'll take just 20 minutes. Heads up for you joggers here, because our wind chill will be in that 25 to 30 degree below zero range as we wake up on Sunday morning. Guys?
You just gotta have common sense when you have this kind of cold. And to help us make sense of what's going on with this crazy weather story, we have Dr. Greg Postel back with us. Got a few neat wrinkles to share with us, don't you?
Yeah, there are. And, you know, we talked about the cold that's coming to the Northeast this weekend, but there's some interesting parts to it that I want to get to, because we know the daytime highs are going to be brutal. You know, if you're out and around, the winds will be up a little bit. The wind chill factor is going to be nasty. Let's look at some of the highs across some cities in the Northeast. I mean, ridiculous. Buffalo 4. Just for reference here, that's 30 degrees below average. So this is an anomalously cold air mass by a long shot. Sheesh. But let's look at the overnight lows. You might be surprised to see that they're, cold, but gosh, I would have thought they would have been a lot lower given how cold those highs were. I mean, -10 in Syracuse, that's really cold, -5. It is in Boston as well, but with a high just a couple of degrees above zero, you thought it could have been a lot worse, right? Yeah. Well, here's one of the reasons why. The winds overnight are going to be not strong, but strong enough to not allow the temperature to plummet like a rock. This is actually an interesting part of the atmosphere right near the ground that is going to be stirred up enough to keep those temperatures from, I guess, reaching those ridiculously cold levels.
Is it friction or something? What is it that happens?
Let me show you, Reynolds, now that you asked. Let me draw something on here. This is a little chalk we're going to do here. So I'm going to draw a little chart here which shows you, as you go up in the atmosphere, what happens to the temperature. So I'm going to say that this is a colder area of the chart, and this is a warmer area right in here. And let's pick a city, for example. It could be Boston. Okay. What's going to happen as you go up in altitude is it's actually going to get colder and then get warmer. So what we're not seeing really is an inversion. We're actually seeing it get colder as you go up. Not warmer as you go up here, but colder as you go up. It's going to stay relatively warm near the ground. Why is that? Well, the winds just about this height, say a couple thousand feet above the ground, are going to be pretty strong, and the winds right near the ground are not going to be zero. They're going to be sort of strong as well. So we're going to have what's called mixing going on. The air is going to be just tumbling around enough to keep relatively warm conditions near the ground. We would have to calm out if we were going to maximize the cold potential this air mass has.
Very interesting. Well, any cloud cover? Is that one of the benefits? I mean, is it like a keeps it from radiational cooling?
That would definitely play a role, but this is not going to be one of those scenarios where cloud cover is coming in and acting like a blanket. It's more that the winds are up enough to keep things moving. But let's talk about what's coming next, Reynolds. Because after the cold goes, we're going to have to be dealing with a transition toward warmer weather. And when you transition, sometimes the cold air has a hard time getting out of the way, Reynolds.
Absolutely.
So look at Sunday night. We have some snow and some freezing rain and some ice across parts of the Mid-South.
Big messy stuff. Looks like Blue Ridge Parkway, parts of 75 getting hammered.
That's a mess, and it continues on into Monday, right? So the question is, are we going to have a lot of icing problems here? I'm thinking if there is going to be an icing problem here, it is going to be early in the day, because if you look at the highs for Monday, 56 in Atlanta, you come above freezing.
Good gosh almighty. All right, folks. Well, he's talking about ice. We're talking about thawing out. On the other side of the commercial break, we'll see you talking more about the winter situation.
And Sasquatches.
And Sasquatches.
Currently in our area, 64 degrees under fair skies. Today, plentiful sunshine, high 72, winds south-southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, mostly clear, low 53, winds west at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Saturday, partly cloudy, high 71. Winds north-northwest at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Life as a spokesbox is great. People love me for saving them over $500,000 when they switched to Progressive. So I'm dabbling in new ventures. It was board game night with the Dalai Lama. Great guy, terrible player. Go paperless, don't stress, girl. I got the discounts that you need. Safe drive. It's a balancing act, but I gotta give the people what they want. More bucks.
Any words for the critics?
What can I say? Critty's gonna neg.
What?
With Advil, you'll ask, what backache? What sore wrist? What headache? What bad shoulder? Advil makes pain a distant memory. Nothing works faster, stronger, or longer than Advil. It's the world's #1 choice. What? Pain. Advil.
Thanks.
FedEx has solutions to enable global commerce that can help your company grow steadily and quickly.
做得很好。
Cut it out. See you tomorrow.
Where can you satisfy your craving for a delicious 100% Alaskan cod meal? Right here at Long John Silver's. Enjoy our tasty 2-piece hand-battered Alaskan cod basket, hand-dipped in our classic batter, now for just $5.99. Because at Long John Silver's, you deserve more.
Building the only trucks with the best fuel economy, best towing, best torque, and best payload takes guts. Overcoming any obstacle, that's the glory. Get a great deal on the trucks that give you both during Ram Truck Month. Get 0% financing for 60 months, plus up to $2,000 truck month bonus cash on 2016 Ram 1500 trucks.
Traditional sources of income for retirement are not enough for many seniors across America today.
I think we're facing a crisis.
2/3 of American workers are saying that they're not confident that they'll have enough money to live comfortably in retirement.
And academics are now turning their attention to home equity and how it can help provide retirement stability for thousands of older adults.
I thought it would be wonderful if people could convert the equity that they had in their homes into some vehicle to help fund their retirement and fund long-term care expenses. Well, little did I know that the product already existed, and it was called a reverse mortgage.
If you're 62 or older and own your own home, you may qualify for a government-insured reverse mortgage loan with AAG that allows you to turn the equity in your home into tax-free cash.
As a finance professor, I was trained to be cynical about things. So when I looked at a reverse mortgage, I questioned some of what I heard. But at the same time, as a professor, I was trained to investigate and find out what the facts are. I think that there's so many different creative opportunities that people could use a reverse mortgage for that they haven't even thought of.
This loan can help pay off credit card debt, eliminate monthly mortgage payments, cover medical costs, and provide some real retirement security. Call us today to receive a free information pack with no obligation that contains a helpful 3-part guide and DVD.
Having a standby line of credit to know that you can take it and use it when you need it has to make people feel safe and secure.
Call 1-800-977-3723 right now to receive our all-new complete information pack with added retirement planner guide.
I really think that it needs to be part of everybody's retirement plan.
For most middle-class people, a home is your largest asset. So why not convert that asset into liquid funds and help yourself in retirement?
Call 1-800-977-3723 right now.
Welcome back to Weather Center Live. Time now to take a look at our extensive network of cameras as our virtual window to the world, and a lot of cold air out there.
Yeah, where should we start? I think maybe Newport,
Rhode Island. There we go. They got a great jazz festival there, and right now it is 14 degrees as you're looking at the sound there, and clear sky, lots of sunshine, which also helps us cool off at night as well. We're talking as we head towards the weekend, wind chills here could be in the minus teens, even the minus 20 range.
Goodness. Next up, Grand Haven, Michigan on deck. What a great shot. Look at that. You see the lighthouse off there in the distance. Beautiful rolling surf coming in, a couple white caps and snowflakes in the mix too.
Yeah, 21 degrees there. We got plenty of snow flying because our Great Lakes are, what, about only 12% covered with ice, which is kind of small for this time of the year. Talking February, the end of winter, and it's still going to be dumping lake effect snow with the latest push of Arctic air. The 21 will seem balmy as we head towards the weekend.
Yeah, everything's relative. And right now, we got a great shot of, well, Boise, Idaho. Take you back there, and you see not a whole lot going on in Boise right now.
Temperature right now, 32 degrees, but we're kind of in a little warming spell here, a little thaw here, a little mid to late winter thaw. Enjoy it while it lasts because it's still February, it's still winter. We do have some storms down the pipeline, which will pummel this area. And so just take a break, enjoy it, because the snow is not going to be too far behind.
Yeah, we go from that beautiful shot of the empty road to, well, look at this. Just the roadway of moisture continues to come in from the Pacific right along parts of the I-5 corridor. You got the scattered showers. High aloft, you might see a touch of snowfall there, Paul.
Yeah, snow levels are pretty high. I'm talking about even in northern areas of Washington, they're closing in on 4,000 feet. So generally below past levels. You head a little farther south in Washington and Oregon. But as we head throughout today, look at the interior temperatures to be in the 40s by the coast. Talking more to the 50s, even Redding, California, 75 degrees. So the warmth continues, the big ridge out towards the west, but it's like a seesaw.
Yeah.
Up in the west, we're down in the east.
Yeah, 42 degrees in Jackson Hole, good for the soul. So is Dr. Greg Postel. And we're going to be talking about, with air stagnation. That's what you're going with here?
There are air stagnation alerts right across parts of the west. And this is sort of a consequence of having a stable air mass overhead that is not allowing the air to overturn and mix out the pollution.
Yeah, last time we were talking about the mixing across, say, Boston, keeping them milder.
Right.
And this is the opposite, where you don't have the mixing and you do have warm air aloft, kind of keeping it a cap. So like Salt Lake City, one of the target zones for really stagnant air.
Let's have a look at an explainer, because this kind of sort of highlights exactly what we're talking about. And I wouldn't exactly call this normal conditions, but oftentimes during the day, you have colder air upstairs and warmer air near the ground. So if you were to look at a temperature profile with altitude, you'd see you start off pretty warm and then you gradually get cooler with height. And what that allows is air masses to relatively freely move up and down as they please. You can get that stirring effect to clear things out. You won't have the air trapped right near the ground. But the problem is, oftentimes at night, and sometimes even during the day when you have strong subsidence aloft or high pressure aloft, you, instead of having cooler air aloft, you have warmer air aloft, and that oftentimes traps air motions because, you know, the cooler air coming up will find itself cooler than its surroundings and then come back down. So you have a lot of stuff hugging the ground. And if you want to look at the temperature profile in a case like this, as you go up in altitude, yeah, there it goes. It gets warmer. Not cooler, but warmer up a couple thousand feet before we return back to that standard profile. But this kind of situation where you have warmer air aloft and cooler air near the ground, that keeps air motions in place. And that keeps, unfortunately, pollution in place. It's not good.
Good deal. Thanks so much. Yep. And speaking of motion, we've got a big system that is in motion. Late weekend storm that could impact your Monday commute.
Yeah, the latest timing and where the wintry mess of snow, sleet, even freezing rain will be as we head into your President's Day and also Valentine's Day weekend.
Absolutely. Hey, live look at Chicago, and I believe it's the, well, there you go, not tue far from the lakefront, 21 degrees. It is a chilly day on the Dan Ryan Expressway. Be careful, folks.
And I turn around and there's 3 rattlesnakes.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Don't worry, Rob. You're covered.
State Farm agents are there whenever you need them.
Staying in rhythm. It's how I try to live. How I stay active. So I need nutrition that won't weigh me down.
For the nutrition you want without the calories you don't. Try Boost 100 Calories. Each delicious snack-sized drink gives you 25 vitamins and minerals and 10 grams of protein. So it's big in nutrition and small in calories.
I'm not about to swim in this slow lane.
Stay strong, stay active with Boost.
We know you have a morning routine. We have one too. 7 days a week. AMHQ is right here and weather ready.
Let me get you ready for the day weather-wise. We've got a lot going on this morning.
Definitely see what kind of pattern we've had.
So start your morning routine with Jim Cantori, Stephanie Abrams, Jan Carfagno, and the rest of AMHQ.
It is a team here at the Weather Channel, and an awesome team at that.
Let's get right to what you want, and that is the weather.
AMHQ, every morning starting at 5 on the Weather Channel.
Currently in our area, 64 degrees under fair skies. Today, plentiful sunshine. High 72. Winds south-southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, mostly clear. Low 53. Winds west at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Saturday, partly cloudy. High 71. Winds north-northwest at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
I've suffered for 18 years with dry, cracked hands.
In the winter in Chicago, it's dry, it's cold, makes my hands even worse.
O'Keeffe's Working Hands. Guaranteed relief for dry, cracked hands.
My hands feel better.
I finally found relief.
Learn more at O'Keeffe'sCompany.com.
Have you tried O'Keeffe's?
Don't let the cold damage your skin. Get O'Keeffe's Working Hands. Guaranteed relief for dry, cracked skin.
At the Joseph A. Bank President's Day sale, get 50% off all dress shirts, ties, sports shirts, and knit shirts. Plus, take an extra 50% off most clearance. Only at Joseph A. Bank.
Hey, buddy, you're squashing me. Liquid wart remover could take weeks to treat.
Embarrassing wart? Dr. Scholl's Freeze Away wipes them out fast with as few as one treatment.
Freeze Away!
Dr. Scholl's, the #1 selling freeze brand.
If you're taking multiple medications, does your mouth often feel dry? A dry mouth can be a side effect of many medications, but it can also lead to tooth decay and bad breath. That's why there's Biotene. Available as an oral rinse, toothpaste, spray, or gel, Biotene can provide soothing relief, and it helps keep your mouth healthy too. Remember, while your medication is doing you good, a dry mouth isn't. Biotene, for people who suffer from a dry mouth.
Lowe's presents How to Know She's the One.
You were the one for me.
And it comes with a 30-day satisfaction guarantee.
I won't be needing that.
Now get up to 25% off select major appliances $396 or more at Lowe's.
Don't let a cracked windshield ruin your plans. Trust SafeLight. With SafeLight's exclusive On My Way text, you'll know exactly when we'll be there, giving you more time for what matters most.
SafeLight Repair, SafeLight Replace.
Mesothelioma victims and their loved ones may be entitled to a cash award from the $18 billion in asbestos trust funds, and you may not have to file a lawsuit to qualify. If diagnosed with mesothelioma or lung cancer caused by exposure to asbestos, call the number on your screen now. Even if a loved one had mesothelioma or asbestos lung cancer and is passed, your family may still be entitled to a cash award. Mesothelioma is a rare cancer caused by exposure to asbestos. Many victims worked in the Navy or in shipyards, mills, carpentry, roofing, insulation, construction, or automotive industries. For over 30 years, our legal team has successfully helped thousands of victims and families. Time is limited. You may not have to file a lawsuit if you or a loved one has been diagnosed with mesothelioma or lung cancer caused by exposure to asbestos.
Call 1-800-948-6735. That's 1-800-948-6735.
There's $1 million hidden under there.
Oh my God, look at that!
I am the Blue!
All new episodes of Prospectors, Sunday nights at 9 on the Weather Channel.
Hey, welcome back to Weather Center Live, and take a look at this. A gorgeous picture of a sunbeam in Watertown, South Dakota. Looks like a giant flame off of a great giant lighter there. Winter Weather 15 tweeted this picture and says, it's the best sunbeam he has ever seen.
That is beautiful. Nice contrast with the blue, with the orange, and a little tinge of pink and red coming up. That's beautiful. Man. Let's see what's happening around the region. We can begin with a couple of shots. We've got, Marquette, Minneapolis, and we also have the forecast in those places. Obviously, the cold air, that's going to be your top story, Paul, no question.
Yes, 7 degrees above right now with full sunshine, blue sky in the Twin Cities, looking down towards Hennepin Avenue. And then above that picture, you got Marquette somewhere in the lake effect. Snow, which has started again. I don't think it's actually stopped for days now, and will continue for a couple of more days as our temperatures are in the single digits, actually 6 below right now in Marquette, and we're going to stay in the single digits above and below zero, actually maybe even the double digits below zero as we head through this weekend. So this is Valentine's Day, so when you think about spending time with loved ones, you think about Greg Postel.
I often do. I often do, and that's how I plan on spending my Valentine's with
well, we're going to be snuggling up together, right?
Always.
Maybe not.
No?
Probably not. But anyway, let's take a look at some snow that's ongoing right now across parts of North and South Carolina. Yeah, the South, it's snowing. Not everywhere where you see these blues. Some of this is what's called virga, meaning it is snow falling from the clouds, but not hitting the ground because it's pretty dry before it does. It evaporates, but you are seeing some places near Asheville that are reporting even some moderate snow. Asheville right now not reporting any, but this whole area is moving east. And guys, there could be some slick roads as you go through the late morning hours in places that even just get a trace of snow.
Yeah, it doesn't take much, especially with these temperatures, to make it a skating rink out there.
I know, you're right. And so, some of these locations, I've looked at basically every one of these dots as a winter storm, local storm report. Not a lot of accumulation anywhere, but some places just picking up a little bit of snow. In particular, Clemson, South Carolina, near Greenville. So this is something to watch as we go through the morning hours. You can see that the models don't do a whole lot with it. They may try to redevelop some of the snow in eastern North Carolina, but overall, guys, it's going to be out to sea fairly quickly going through the late afternoon and nighttime hours.
So we don't expect the same repeat like we had the coastal storm last weekend?
No, I don't. This is going to be far enough out to sea. That's what the guidance is telling us anyway. But you will get some probably snow showers in eastern New England, and down East Maine probably gets a few inches of snow, Reynolds.
What are we talking, though, about Norfolk? Maybe 1 or 2 inches of snowfall?
That's right. I think there is a shot at a couple inches there. I mean, this is right. This is the coast of the mid-Atlantic.
So bizarre.
All the way to the beaches, they're going to get some snow. So if you want to look at some other places that are going to get some snow at the beaches in Maine. Have you guys gone swimming ever in the beaches of Maine? I'll tell you what, it is rocky and it is cold even in summer.
Man, look at that.
But some of these, look at these, 12 to 18 inches near Bahaba. How about that? So this is a pretty big deal for them, but the snow doesn't extend very far inland. It's a coastal event moving rapidly out to sea from there.
Yet another situation where we have snow in the region, but unfortunately the ski resort's not garnering much in terms of the totals.
Not out of this one, but they will perhaps like the cold air that's coming because you can see it coming on the satellite pictures, guys. You've seen this before, right? Oh my goodness. What is all this blue? Are those big clouds coming their way? Those are surface temperatures that are as cold as the clouds.
Wow. So we're talking about surface temperatures 20, 30 below zero.
Yeah, in some places. You know what? I'm thinking places, some valleys that are hidden away from some of the winds on Saturday night and Sunday morning could get down around 30 below. Saranac Lake, New York, for example, could be right around minus 30. How about that? Oh. You want to be there, Reynolds?
I don't.
Paul?
I don't.
Well, hey, it's Valentine's Day weekend, so you want to be inside.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you can double as both the meteorologist and Cupid. I mean, this is true. Very true. Swing that arrow. Hey, guys, coming up, we have more on this weekend's dangerous, life-threatening cold.
Yeah, plus the next winter storm and where conditions will look like this to start your week. The good news is a lot of people have Monday off for President's Day, but if you don't, well, you'll be dodging perhaps snow plows. Coming up right after your local on the 8th.
Yeah, great shot in San Francisco right now out by Pier 39. Got the fog and some traffic.
Once upon a time, there was a nice house that lived with a family. One day, it started to rain and rain. Water got inside and ruined everybody's everythings. The house thought she let the family down. But the family just didn't think a flood could ever happen.
The reality is, floods do happen. Protect what matters. Get flood insurance. Call 888-RAIN-383 to learn more.
Currently in our area, 66 degrees under fair skies. Today, plentiful sunshine. High 72. Winds south-southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, mostly clear. Low 53. Winds west at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Saturday, partly cloudy. High 71. Winds north-northwest at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
This is your blizzard. Now we need this for 3 consecutive hours, but we've got winds gusting upwards of 45 to 50 miles an hour.
The lightning and the thunder. Oh, there went the lightning.
This is a legit snow squall.
This is worse.
Oh my gosh! Ah! Woohoo!
It really felt like a springtime storm was blowing through, with the exception of it was cold and not rain. It was snow.
It's too warm for hot drinks this morning.
I definitely love the warm weather, and I'm glad we're breaking temperatures, and I just hope it stays for a while.
That's the kind of snow it is. It's light, it's fluffy, it's wonderful. Okay.
Wow, that is just some of this week's weather. Welcome back to Weather Center Live from the lab. I'm meteorologist Paul Goodlow.
Heck yeah, you are. And I'm meteorologist Reynolds Wolf. And also with this little cast of characters, Dr. Greg Postel. It is Friday, February 12th, by the way, and we've got a very busy forecast. A lot of things going on here, a lot of moving parts.
Yeah, in fact, we're even talking about a quick burst of snow happening right now across parts of the southeast, even the mid-Atlantic here. See a couple of tower cams there. We got Knoxville, and yes, that is snow on the grassy areas. Charlotte, you could see some scenes like that as well. And Clemson, South Carolina.
Yeah.
Some snow being reported across the upstate of the SC.
Some people refer to Clemson as basically being Auburn University, but with a lake. Yeah, pretty similar, very, very similar campuses. And I'll tell you, both places chilly times this weekend. We go a bit farther north, another university, that'd be University of Tennessee, Go Vols, outside Neyland Stadium. It is a snow story that we see, and we're seeing these snow showers all beginning to migrate this away. Hey, wait, here we go. Yeah, that away. Yeah. Let's clear that out and put this into motion. And watch it, we're going to see them migrate the way over towards the coast. So right now, right along the coastline, it's a bit of a rain story, but when this thing gets crawling, moves way up a bit, we're going to have a little bit more cold air that's going to be at the surface. That moisture is going to come through. We might see that transformation from raindrops to voila, some snowflakes are going to be kicking through. Places like Norfolk might be dealing with a touch of that. Kind of unusual, Dr. Postel, to see that snowfall there?
You know, maybe a little bit unusual, especially some of those darker colors that suggest that we're going to get perhaps as much as 3 inches on the edge of North Carolina.
Very
on the
interesting,
beach.
very interesting little swath that we see right here. Almost looks like a alligator. You got the teeth right there, and look at this. Nag's Head, you got some heavy snowfall that could be happening there right along parts of 12. Might some snowfall there along the coast. Look at Norfolk, though. The story's going to be a snow one when you go from 4 p.m. through 6 p.m. Then we see we're going to the basically put it on the brakes in terms of the precip. It's still 31 degrees. Nice chilly there, Paul.
That's right. In fact, that cold air, it's a blast of Arctic air now moving across the south into the eastern U.S., including the Midwest and the Northeast as well, including New York City. Our Reagan Medji is braving the bitter cold right now and has the latest from New York City. Reagan?
Hey, Paul, if you think it's cold right now here in New York City, this weekend is going to be dangerously cold. The highs today in the upper 20s. But then we look at tomorrow and Sunday. At 4 o'clock this afternoon until noon on Sunday, all the way through, we're looking at wind gusts at 40 miles an hour and the wind chills 20 to 25 degrees below average. Of course, the mayor here for New York City is asking everyone, you gotta bundle up and take precaution. We spoke with some people who are doing just that.
I don't think you can be prepared for that cold. So, a lot of layers, and we'll see what happens. But we still have to walk him a couple times a day, so we'll be out in the cold bearing it.
So you'll be out in the cold bearing it with lots of layers, while Ollie, well...
He's got enough layers on.
And again, if you're going to head out in the Northeast this weekend, you definitely want to take precaution. You want to layer up, and you don't want to be outside for too long because it's going to be a very dangerous cold. All eyes focus on Sunday morning. Here in New York City, it could be anywhere between 1 and 3 degrees as a low. Paul, back to you.
All right, thanks, Reagan. Cold air on the way in here right now is moving across the Great Lakes, and looking at Saturday's highs, Dr. Postel, and we're talking, we haven't been this cold for many areas at all this year yet.
Look at this departure from average, minus 30 for Buffalo with a high of 4, high in the single numbers on Saturday across many locations in the Northeast. And I think the lows are going to be pretty cold as well. No surprise, obviously, but maybe not as cold as you would think. With highs just above 0, you're only going a few below 0 for overnight lows on Sunday morning. We'll talk about that at 30 past the hour. But Paul, is it rare? Is this the last below 0?
And also, I mean, is it unusual? We're talking middle of February. Is it unusual to get this type of cold, these numbers, this late into February?
It's funny you should ask, because we have a graphic for that. Look at this. So let's look at the latest 0-degree temperatures on record. You might think it's about now, mid toward the end of Feb. In some places, but some places have been below 0 as late as March, and late March at that. Look at that for some of those cities.
Well, granted, some of these numbers are 135 years old.
And even Reynolds wasn't around then.
No.
Right. But it is true, but it can, but it's basically what it's telling us is that it can get below 0 a lot later than now. It's happened before in the record books. So you might think, oh my gosh, how is it possible? But, it's happened before in the record books.
But also, we're getting close to the coldest part of the year, and it should be warmer once we go from here into the rest of February and in March.
I like this map for exactly that reason, because it's telling us that climatology is on the upswing. We're starting to see our averages go up. Look at the Northeast cities. Today, the average low in the cities are these numbers, but just a couple of weeks from now, the average lows come up by quite a bit, 5 degrees in some cases. So good news on the way. Mother Nature tells us that.
But also this weekend, all these numbers, average lows, warmer than our actual highs for many of these cities this weekend.
Yes, exactly. It's going to be a bad one, but it's going to be the last of the worst, I think.
Keep your fingers crossed. Thanks, Craig. Reynolds?
All right. Along with that snow, we have actually cold and snow coupled in the forecast. We're going to let people know why we're still getting lake effect snowfall this late in the season. And it's going to shut down anytime soon. But first, a live look at the home of the Syracuse Orange. It's all white, folks. Full forecast is coming up.
Lowe's presents How to Find the Perfect Match.
Wow, they're so perfect together.
It's like they were made for each other.
They were. By the experts at HGTV?
Right.
Now get $5 off select interior paint and primer in one via rebate at Lowe's.
One Crest 3D White Smile is all it takes to turn the tables. Crest 3D White toothpaste removes 5 times more stains than the red box. For a smile like that, Crest 3D White is the way to whiten.
Where can you satisfy your craving for a delicious 100% Alaskan cod meal? Right here at Long John Silver's. Enjoy our tasty 2-piece hand-battered Alaskan cod basket, hand-dipped in our classic batter, now for just $5.99. Because at Long John Silver's, you deserve more. And I turn around and there's 3 rattlesnakes.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Don't worry, Rob. You're covered.
State Farm agents are there whenever you need them.
Are you tired of hazardous glass made so clear by Windex that you don't even know it's there? Smudge it! With the new Smudge Stick, even clear glass gets visibly smudged in a snap.
Get it now and say no to spotless clear Windex glass.
Over 40, feeling tired, losing muscle, and even romantic drive? Man up with Ageless Male. Natural ingredients clinically shown to support energy, promote muscle, and boost free testosterone.
The great thing about Ageless Male is that it works.
Man up with Ageless Male.
Carmex has been soothing lips for almost 80 years. And now our latest innovation, Carmex Cold Sore Treatment, blocks pain and itch on contact while it smooths and fills for a less visible sore. Try Carmex Cold Sore Treatment, voted Product of the Year. And for dry, chapped lips, try Carmex Lip Balms.
We know you have a morning routine. We have one too.
7 days a week. AMHQ is right here and weather ready with Jim Cantori, Stephanie Abrams, Jen Carfagno, and the rest of AMHQ.
Let's get right to what you want, and that is the weather.
AMHQ, every morning starting at 5 on the Weather Channel.
Currently in our area, 66 degrees under fair skies. Today, plentiful sunshine. High 72. Winds south-southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, mostly clear. Low 53. Winds west at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Saturday, partly cloudy. High 71. Winds north-northwest at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
We're geeking out on what's happening in weather, how it happens, and why it's so freaking cool.
Weather Underground, weeknights at 6 on the Weather Channel.
Remember when you said men are superior drivers?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then how'd I get this
Allstate Safe Driving Bonus Check.
Who's that?
so weird, right? My agent Tom said,
Only Allstate sends you a bonus check for every 6 months you're accident-free.
but I'm a woman. Maybe it's a misprint. Does it look like a misprint?
Okay, let's try. Silence. Ask an Allstate agent about the Safe Driving Bonus Check. Are you in good hands?
At the Joseph A. Bank President's Day sale, all suits and sport coats are on sale. Plus, buy one, get one free, including traveler suits on sale for $399. That's $199.50 each when you buy one on sale and get one free. Only at Joseph A. Bank.
Moved into this? Make it look like this. Let's check out our options. Give it some style. Perfect. Now, let's detail it. Let's put our ideas to work and step into a new favorite room. Let's do this. Buy vanities in-store and online today, starting at just $139. The Home Depot. More saving, more doing.
It's the Northeast. We've stepped away from the warmth and are bringing in more cold. Not your ordinary cold, mind you, but true bone-chilling, breath-freezing cold. It'll be cold enough for this. And this.
It is absolutely frozen out here.
In under 30 minutes. And even this. Sunday morning temperatures struggle to get above zero in many places. Zero equals what it feels like in your freezer. So you might want to sit in front of this. But don't worry. Spring is not that far away.
Yeah, doesn't feel like spring at all across the Northeast. Seeing some sunshine right now across the I-95 corridor, but look out towards the west. There's some snow there, some lake effect snow. Buffalo, it's been a snowy commute for you. All thanks to our lakes being wide open. Look at the temperatures right now. 9 in Burlington, 17 in Buffalo, Cleveland at 18 degrees as we head throughout the day. Temperatures are warm slightly, maybe into the 20s in some locations. 30s, well, maybe D.C. might crack to the freezing mark there. Everybody else colder. Boston 23 degrees, but here's the thing. All these temperatures will be mild compared to what's coming as we head through this weekend. In fact, cold air gave some pretty good snowfall this week in Cheat Lake, West Virginia, and that's pretty close to Morgantown.
Yeah, take me home, country roads. There were bad reports of about 7 inches of snow in the area on Tuesday, but you could get more snowfall into the afternoon hours, possibly into tonight. That's expected to be less than an inch or so, Paul.
Yeah, Mountain Mamas, you also get some lake effect snow in West Virginia. Yes, it actually falls that far. And now we're seeing a reinforcing shot of cold air to kind of keep these lake effect snow bands cranking here. So looking at the water vapor imagery, we're definitely seeing already some lake effect snow still falling here in areas of western New York. But overall, what we're really picking out is this. A latest push, see the darker line there? Latest push of some cold Arctic air plunging back into the U.S. from the Arctic, kind of an offshoot of the polar vortex, kind of pushing some colder air south. And that's what we got, more lake effect snow. And we'll continue to have these bands set up as temperatures here maybe in the teens, maybe even the 20s below zero as they come through as we head overnight. So some of the lake effect favorite zone, Marquette, you know, the GRR, Grand Rapids, parts of the eastern lakes, Buffalo, the South Towns, also Watertown, the Tug Hill Plateau. You know, these bands will meander, you know, depending on the wind direction, but we're talking the entire lakeshore here off of Lake Erie is definitely going to see more lake effect snow. And Reynolds, a big function of this is the fact that we have a lot of open water here in the Great Lakes.
Yeah, that water in a constant state of evaporation. And if we had a bit more ice cover, as Paul was talking about, this would come to a screeching halt. But that isn't the case. You take a look at this ice cover that we have for this beautiful expanse of Great Lakes. Well, right now, latest number that we have, 12.2. So yeah, we got a ways to go yet. So as long as it stays right about that range or even less, and we have that prevailing wind, you can't rule out the chance of seeing some of that. Another big factor we have is the frigid air. Look at this. That is absolutely redonkulous. Some of these places, I'm not sure how to say this, but I can tell you what it is. It is cold. You've got minus 24. That's what you have right now. Yellowknife, boy, that'll stab you. Look at that. That is minus 9. Churchill, wow, that is just a brutally cold air, and it's going to be on the move. The reason why is because we've got that jet stream that's going to drop, and that atmospheric barrier, when you have that drop in low, it's going to create a bit of a void, which will allow some of that cold polar air to come marching into the Great Lakes and affecting millions of people. Syracuse, Buffalo, Cleveland, all places where you could be dealing with that cold air. And as Paul mentioned earlier, the lake effect snowfall put into motion. Oh, wow, there it goes, almost like a pinwheel. We see one wave after another moving on through. You've got the wind mostly going from the northwest to the southeast. The result will be that lake effect snowfall. In fact, some places fairly impressive numbers. Again, Paul, repeating what you mentioned earlier, some of the heavier hitters, Tug Hill Plateaus could get anywhere from 12 to 18 inches of snowfall. Wow.
Snowmobiles will love this forecast.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Reynolds. Hey, we're also tracking another potential round of snow for the south, including ice. We'll talk about the latest timing and impacts, just how far south the snow will go after this.
This is a body of proof.
Proof of less joint pain.
And clearer skin.
This is my body of proof that I can fight psoriatic arthritis.
With Humira. Humira works by targeting and helping to block a specific source of inflammation that contributes to both joint and skin symptoms. It's proven to help relieve pain, stop further joint damage, and clear skin in many adults. Doctors have been prescribing Humira for 10 years.
Humira can lower your ability to fight infections, including tuberculosis. Serious, sometimes fatal infections and cancers, including lymphoma, have happened, as have blood, liver, and nervous system problems, serious allergic reactions, and new or worsening heart failure. Before treatment, get tested for TB. Tell your doctor if you've been to areas where certain fungal infections are common, and if you've had TB, hepatitis B, are prone to infections, or have flu-like symptoms or sores. Don't start Humira if you have an infection.
Want more proof? Ask your rheumatologist about Humira.
Humira. This is my body of proof.
Don't miss Founders Days at Pep Boys. Get 5 quarts of Castrol or Pennzoil conventional oil plus a Fram oil filter for only $9.99 after mail-in rebate. And when you buy 3 select tires, you get the 4th free instantly. Trust the boys to get you there.
Save on great looks at our 4-day designer sale. Select designer suits are $229.99. Select designer dress shirts are 2 for $80. Plus buy one, get one free on even more. Men's Warehouse. Follow your style.
Now you can create your own tour of Italy at Olive Garden, starting at $12.99. Choose 3 of 10 favorites to enjoy on one plate, plus unlimited salad and breadsticks. The best tour of Italy is the one you create at Olive Garden.
Lots of vitamins A and C, and only 50 calories a serving. Good morning indeed. V8. Veggies for all.
We know you have a morning routine. We have one too. 7 days a week, AMHQ is right here and weather ready with Jim Cantori, Stephanie Abrams, Jen Carfagno, and the rest of AMHQ.
Let's get right to what you want, and that is the weather.
AMHQ, every morning starting at 5 on the Weather Channel.
Hey, how's it going? Hotcakes? Hotcakes.
This place has hotcakes.
Hotcakes.
So why aren't they selling like hotcakes? With Comcast Business Internet and Wi-Fi Pro, they could be. Just add a customized message to your Wi-Fi Pro splash page, and you'll reach your customers where their eyes are already, on their devices. Order up. It's more than just Wi-Fi. It can help grow your business. You don't see that every day.
Introducing Wi-Fi Pro. Wi-Fi that helps grow your business. Comcast Business. Built for business.
You know me as Nota Begay III, golf analyst for NBC Sports and Golf Channels and founder of the MB3 Foundation. But my favorite title is Champion for Kids' Health. I'm living my dream, and I want to make that possible for all children. We must give kids what they need to become teachers, artists, doctors, even golfers. But dreams can get lost if our kids aren't healthy. And right now in our country, 1 in 3 kids are obese. We must do better. Join me. Help all kids live healthy now so they can build healthy futures.
We're geeking out on what's happening in weather, how it happens, and why it's so freaking cool.
Weather Underground, weeknights at 6 on the Weather Channel.
Currently in our area, 67 degrees under fair skies. Today, plentiful sunshine. High 72. Winds south-southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, mostly clear. Low 53. Winds west at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Saturday, partly cloudy. High 71. Winds north-northwest at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
When we think of snow piles like this, Hawaii isn't exactly the first place that comes to mind, but its high mountaintops, no stranger to snow. What's even more amazing is that snow has been recorded close to sea level in a place as warm as Miami Beach. Back in 1977, they received a trace of snow. This was the first time in recorded history that snow fell in South Florida. In fact, on the same day, snow reports were also received from the Bahamas, Freeport, Grand Bahama Island, just a hop, skip, and a jump across the Gulf Stream from Florida. The snow was too light to be more than a dusting, but that was not the case in February 1895 when Brownsville, Texas, which lies at about the same latitude as Miami, was blanketed by 6 inches of snow. That same storm brought 15 inches to Galveston, 20 inches to Houston, and 8 inches to New Orleans. Wow, those are some impressive snow totals. And at least the good thing about southern snow is that it usually melts pretty quickly.
Man, how about that? How about this? Mild day ahead. I know we're talking about a cold story, but still there are a lot of places where it really is quite mild, like Miami, for example, with 68 degrees. Tampa looks good. Jacksonville, not far from the St. Johns River, you've got 64 degrees. Hour by hour we go, and temperatures in some locations going up. But the cold air in parts of the Great Lakes going down, especially in Nashville, where you're going to have 42 degrees. What you can expect, Raleigh with 35. That's going to put you about 18 degrees cooler than where you should be this time of the year. Let's talk about this clipper system. Now, the reason why we call them clipper systems is because of the speed. Back in the 1880s, you had a lot of commerce spread around parts of the world by clipper ships, all known for fast movement. Take a look at the fast movement we have from this. We see it churning its way up along parts of the Dakota country. It's going to sweep from west to east, but notice we're going to see some of that snowfall, that wintry mix popping up west of Bismarck, moving east of the Black Hills, and then eventually as we get into tomorrow evening, look how expansive the snowfall becomes all the way down to St. Louis, perhaps even to the Lincoln Library in Springfield. Up here getting in on that wintry mix also. By Sunday, we see this again basically sidestep its way into the Ohio Valley, portions of the mid-Mississippi Valley, and yes, into the Great Lakes. Chicago, we're talking about you might be dealing with some of those snow showers as well. Okay. Who's going to get the most? Well, where you happen to see the purple, places near Fargo could get anywhere from 5 to 8. This includes over to Moorhead, Minnesota, on the other side of the Red River. Possibly, let's see, parts of western Michigan up towards Boyne could see anywhere from 5 to 8. So decent snowfall, Paul, in a few of those spots.
Yeah, and in fact, right now we're seeing some snow in the southeast right now. Greenville, South Carolina, reporting some snow. That's all thanks to cold air in place. But guess what? We have more cold air on the way. Big dip in our jet stream continues to funnel the cold air in right now, but we put this in motion. We can actually see from today through this weekend the trough gets deeper and brings more cold air across the Great Lakes, even the Midwest as well, but also into areas of the south. So we're talking about areas in the panhandle of Florida, the southeast, in the 60s and 70s today. No, we're talking 40s and 50s as we head on towards this weekend. Look at this, Atlanta, close to 60 today, 70 in Montgomery, not bad. But yes, as we head towards the weekend, everything changes. Our temperatures drop down to 40 in Atlanta, 20s in Knoxville and Nashville, Charlotte 37 degrees. And then into Sunday, the cold air still sticks around, still below average across much of these areas, but rebounding here towards the Florida Panhandle, 64 as you head on towards Tallahassee, and then closer to average as we head on towards Monday, which for a lot of people is President's Day. So a lot of people enjoying kind of a cold Valentine's Day weekend, Reynolds.
Yeah, chilly times there, but dangerously cold times in parts of the Northeast. And coming up, we're going to let you know where those weekend temperatures will pummel 35 degrees below average.
Where are you? Well, the squirrels are back in the attic.
Mom?
Your dad won't call an exterminator.
Can I call you back, Mom?
He says it's personal this time.
If you're a mom, you call it the worst time. It's what you do. If you want to save 15% or more on car insurance, you switch to Geico. It's what you do.
Where are you? It's very loud there. Are you taking a Zumba class?
Building the only trucks with the best fuel economy, best towing, best torque, and best payload takes guts. Overcoming any obstacle. That's the glory. Get a great deal on the trucks that give you both during Ram Truck Month. Get 0% financing for 60 months, plus up to $2,000 truck month bonus cash on 2016 Ram 1500 trucks.
Lowe's presents How to Find the Perfect Match.
Wow, they're so perfect together.
It's like they were made for each other.
They were. By the experts at HGTV?
Right.
Now get $5 off select interior paint and primer in one via rebate at Lowe's.
You can't always be there to protect her down the road. Make sure the tires she's riding on will. With the revolutionary Michelin Premier tire, even when half worn, it's still safe, thanks to EverGrip technology. The Michelin Premier tire, safe when new, safe when worn.
You know, some people think reverse mortgages sound too good to be true. I mean, you get cash out of your home, no monthly payments, and you still own your home. You'd think there has to be a catch, right? Well, there isn't. It's like any other mortgage, only with a reverse mortgage, the loan's paid back when the last borrower leaves the home. In fact, reverse mortgages are based on a notion that President Reagan signed into law over 25 years ago in order to help seniors remain in their homes. If you're 62 or older and own your own home, you may qualify for a government-insured reverse mortgage with AAG that allows you to turn the equity in your home into tax-free cash. Call 1-800-981-6380 now to receive a new free information kit, including reverse mortgage guide and DVD, personal stories from people like you, and a brand new family guide for children and loved ones, all absolutely free with no obligation. AAG can help you eliminate monthly mortgage payments, pay off credit card debt or other bills, and provide some real retirement security. Call 1-800-981-6380 today to get your free AAG reverse mortgage information kit and bonus DVD. In the kit, you'll receive a helpful 3-part guide. The first will show you how a government-insured reverse mortgage allows you to access the equity in your home as tax-free cash. 500,000 people have already done it. The second booklet contains stories by people just like you who have had their lives changed forever. And the third guide is full of helpful answers and information for children and loved ones. Call 1-800-981-6380 now to receive your information kit and DVD, all absolutely free. It's simply an effective way for folks just like you to get the cash you need to enjoy your retirement. Find out why a reverse mortgage could be the retirement solution you're looking for. Call 1-800-981-6380 now to receive your information kit and DVD, all absolutely free. Call 1-800-981-6380 now. AAG, the best advice for a better life.
We know you have a morning routine. We have one too. 7 days a week, AMHQ is right here and weather ready with Jim Cantori, Stephanie Abrams, Jen Carfagno, and the rest of AMHQ.
Let's get right to what you want, and that is the weather.
AMHQ, every morning starting at 5 on the Weather Channel.
Currently in our area, 67 degrees under fair skies. Today, plentiful sunshine. High 72. Winds south-southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, mostly clear. Low 53. Winds west at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Saturday, partly cloudy. High 71. Winds north-northwest at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.